And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Thanks for joining in for today's edition on Facebook Live of the High Noon Report with your good pal Jeremy, Jared Dog Hanley. Hey, do me a favor real quick. Comment below where you are watching from, and let me know that this sounds okay. And let me know where you are watching from, and I will let you know when the Jared Dog Live Comedy Roadshow and or the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour will be coming to a town near you in the very soon future. And I also want to give a big shout out to Pub and Grub Comedy Tour superstars Billy Ray Bauer and Larry Smith, who, from what I understand, absolutely killed it last night in Clinton, Wisconsin, the small town of Clinton, Wisconsin, at Boxcars Pub and Grub, which I've gone on the record many times and probably will go on the record many times in the future that Boxcars Pub and Grub, the diamond in the rough in small town Wisconsin, is home to one of the best, if not the very best, the number one midweek one-nighter in the entire country. In all of the US of A, you will find the best comedy on a Wednesday night in Clinton, Wisconsin at Boxcars Pub and Grub. And in fact, I want to bring on today a special guest on the phone, my good friend, the owner of Boxcars Pub and Grub, Tim Pogorowski, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that's been making it happen there, the guy that I've been working with, collaborating with to create the quintessential Pub and Grub comedy tour establishment experience. And let's see if he can give us some of the secrets. We'll see if he'll give us a review from last night's show with Billy Ray Bauer and Larry Smith. Let's see if we can give Tim a call. See if he picks up. Hope I dialed the right number. There we go.
Hey, buddy.
Tim.
How we doing, Jared Dog?
Doing good, man. Hey, you're on with me on the High Noon Report, which is being broadcast live to all my friends, fans, and followers. So don't say anything too incriminating.
Okay, I was going to say that the High Noon, give me about 5 minutes to go to the back room really quick, and then it will really be the High Noon Report.
Awesome. How was the show last night on a scale of 1 to 10? How would you rate the show?
A 10 plus. Yeah, Billy Ray Bauer is fantastic. He could give a clinic on how to be a comedian, and you know, Larry Smith, the opener, was very good also. A really good opener, and you know, I see a bright future for him if he continues. But yeah, Billy Ray Bauer was just fantastic, and you can tell he's been doing it a long time, and it was just, yeah, it was a master performance.
A master performance, you know, and that's what you can expect from the veteran road pro performers, because they've gone around from nightclub to nightclub to neighborhood bar, corporate events, comedy clubs, bike rallies. You know, they've seen so much. They've been so many places, and they perform for so many different types of crowds that when you see someone like Billy Ray Bauer, you know you're in the presence of a seasoned professional, even though they might not be, mainstream famous, you definitely leave that show remembering a name like Billy Ray Bauer when you see what you describe as a masterful performance.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we've been doing this what now, 11 years, I think, and minus the flu epidemic thing that happened, but a lot of the same crowd has been here for all 11 of those years, and there was just many people. I had one person last night going, "That's top three of all time of everybody I've seen," and when we've had some great comedians, including yourself, Drew, here, and it was just a really good, and you can tell, just as you said, it's like those guys that have been doing it 20 plus years, yourself, Willie Farrell, Larry Reed, and could go on with guys there, Nathan Timmel, guys that have just been around the block, several times. You can just tell, and Billy Ray is one of them dudes.
Good.
He just,
What's going on?
I just got a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tim.
what's that?
No, just go ahead.
You can just tell those guys have, it's just they've just been around. They're experienced. That's the only word. It's like, watching, a professional athlete that's been playing for, 10, 12, 15 years versus just a rookie. And, and everybody has to start somewhere. And, but it was great. And he, was very complimentary of the room. And that helped add to his comfortableness. He said, we talked. I try to talk to everybody afterwards, and the comedians, just to get their feedback and see if they're comfortable, if we're doing things right, if they have anything to add to what we could do to make things better. And and it's really cool that there's always a little bit of mainly the feedback's just keep doing what you're doing and don't change a thing. It's an awesome little room, and that's what he was saying. He loved the intimate setting and people being right up front and the crowd being close, and very appreciative and very attentive audience. And so that I think when you create that environment that we've talked about that many times, and you create that environment to where the comedian walks in, they're going like, "Shit, whoops, can I say that on here?"
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, totally. Yeah, it's uncensored.
Okay, cool. They're going, shit, I gotta bring my A game, because this is like a little comedy club, and this ain't nothing against any place else out there, but we've tried to create that environment, and I think we've done a really good job of doing it, with obviously you being a big part of it, bringing in such top-notch A-level, performers, and it's come to be expected that when there's a comedian here, they're going to be good.
Yeah, that's what we've really worked hard on. I think the most is building up the reputation of that it's going to be great performers, even though most of them you've probably never heard of. And that's no knock. It's just that they haven't gotten the big time exposure yet. And I would also say that we have the experience of sometimes bringing in some of the bigger names that people would recognize as maybe like a mainstream celebrity, and they don't necessarily fit the bill. They can't necessarily they don't necessarily do as good of a job as some of the seasoned professionals that just get at it week in and week out and keep it polished. We've talked about that before, where some of the celebrity performers that have come in don't go over for the crowd as much as some of those that you just listed off, that a lot of people know who they are. They're just not big time.
Yeah, I mean, but they're road dogs,
They're road
just
dogs.
like yourself. I mean, they're just old road dogs. They've been playing underneath a TV that's still going on, or playing to a crowd that maybe there's just an 8-foot banquet table set up in front of them, and there's 4 people sitting at that, and everybody else is sitting out in the bar with the TV still on. And I've seen I've seen that happen. I've seen a really good comedian at a place like that, and it was a different show.
It's a different type of show. And you've even seen me in some of those really off the beaten path redneck bars where you have to spend 90 minutes on stage just battling the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Janesville.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of what I was alluding to.
Right.
Was when I saw you.
I got you. And you said earlier you have a lot of the same people that come back. So when they mentioned that someone like Billy Ray's in the top 3 of all the comedians, a lot of those crowds, from what I understand, a lot of people in your crowd at Boxcars, they've been to almost, if not every single show you've put on there for 11 years. So they would know.
Yeah. I mean, and it's just it was just really cool, and it was just what we needed, and that's what people said. It's like, man, I love coming here. I look forward to this every month. It makes my month go by, a little easier, and it makes looking to the next month looking forward to, because I mean, everybody left here last night. The one person said, my face hurts from laughing. That was a comment, a direct quote from last night. My face hurts from laughing. And, you can't get much better than that.
No, and that's got to make you feel good to know that you've continued to do this over the last decade. And,
it is, I mean,
just gets bigger and better.
We're in here, and, like I'm looking right now, and, we got it set back up to our dining room. And if you looked, if you came in here and looked at this, you'd be like, how do you set this up? And, then once we have it set up, then it's really cool with the screen down and the windows blocked out, and it's a cool little setup, but and I think that helps. It just adds to the atmosphere, and the comedians dig it, and it's been a great thing that we've been able to continue to do, and I was gonna say that like you said, it does make you feel good when somebody comes up and I sit back over in the corner kind of just watch people's reactions and watch people laugh, and it does make you feel good, because yesterday you're setting up and you're going like, fuck, what am I, this shit gets old sometimes, I mean, it's just like, it's fucking 30 below zero out, and it's like, damn it, I don't want to come out tonight. I want to sit home by my fireplace, and then you come out, and then you it's all over with, and you're going, shoot, I wish we could do this again. I wish we could do another show again right now.
Right. Yeah. It's like going to the gym. Like, I never want to go to the gym, but once I'm there, I don't want to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you wake up in the next morning, you're going, thank God, I feel good when I work out, and I'm going to go and can't wait to go do it again. I feel better, and it's just but it was a great show last night, and and it feels good when performers go like, man, I can't wait to come back.
And that's the thing. Rule number 1: always leave them wanting more.
Yeah, and they're like, man, we can't wait to come back. We hope you have us back again, and make sure a lot of them know that we talk, and it's like, hey, we talked to Jared Dog, let them know it was a a great show, what you thought, and everything, and so that's cool when the performers are going, I can't wait to come back. That makes you feel good, and when you have you sell 60 tickets and 52 of them are spoken for the March 2nd show already. I got to sell 8 tickets for a sellout, and it's not too hard to do.
Yeah. And that next show in March is going to be Andy Beningo. His opening act is going to be Jake Rubel. And so they've got a tough act to follow, but I think they'll do it. I'm pretty sure that Andy will get up there and get the job done. And your crowd is such a great, amazing crowd. It's one of those things that I think is just magical, because even though you have a lot of regulars, they've been to every single show, they don't get jaded. A lot of comedy clubs, they have a jaded audience. They've been to so many of them. They consider themselves comedy experts, and then they sit back with their arms crossed like, okay, make me laugh, fucker. And your crowd is always, I mean, I don't want to say always, but most of the time is a very, very welcoming, enthusiastic audience. They can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Even though I've performed there probably a dozen times, sometimes doing a lot of the same material as the last time, I always try to bring something new. But there'll be people like, oh, I've heard you do that particular bit probably 10 times. I love it even better each time. They don't sit there with sort of a judgy attitude like, well, isn't this guy got new material yet? They know when you've got material, when you don't got new material. They know when you're just improving off of the crowd. They're having fun with it. They look forward to it every time, and they don't get jaded. Like I said, it's kind of a magical, rare thing to happen in the world of comedy.
And that's very well put. And it's cool that happens. And you're right. I sometimes think, man, it'd be cool to have a whole fresh crowd, but in the same time, it's like these people have been coming back and they look forward to it. And the other comment I hear is, it's like, for some of them, it's like, yeah, that was, hey, that was a good show. It wasn't one of the greatest we've ever seen, but they're all good. They're all good. It always makes us laugh. We always leave here having laughed and had a good time. Well, when people say, hey, I always leave here having had a good time, that's shit. What else are you going to say?
Absolutely. That's really all that could be said. And that they're going to come back, and they're going to come back. And the next show, you've only got a few tickets left. And that's awesome, man. And I appreciate you doing what you do to make the magic happen, because people walk in and they're like, oh, it's a corner dive bar. I mean, it looks real nice. You and Randy have done a great job with Boxcars, but it's in small town America. And you even have done the trick where you go, oh, the show's going to be right over there by the dartboard. And they're like,
I told Billy Ray last night, I go, yeah, sometimes I said, and I didn't realize they were already here. I had to run home, and I came back, and all of a sudden I walked by and I go, oh shit, that's Billy Ray. I can tell by the picture. So I went up and introduced myself, and Larry was there too, and we talked. But I said, yeah, you already peeked in the other room and stuff. He said, but a lot of times guys will walk in and they're looking around, and it's like, hey, where's because we have the doors, the other doors closed, and a curtain across, and they're like, hey, I go, that's just right over there in the corner. I said, I don't have the microphone set up or nothing yet, and shit. I said, but we'll throw that up over there, and you're just kind of there, it's like, we don't turn the TV, and you can just see these guys just shrink, and they're like, damn it, J-Dog told me that this was a great room. He told me this is one of the best places there's going to be, and this is it. I'm in a corner underneath a TV,
Yeah.
And you can just see it. And I told Bill, I go, yeah, sometimes they read them, and they're like, I said, I'll let them stew on it a little bit, and then other ones I can tell they're actually like half pissed, and it's like, no, man, that's no good. Come on in here, and then they walk in, they go like, oh shit, this is cool. What a cool little setup.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, it's fun to mess with. But yeah, no, it's been a great partnership, and I have you to thank for the talent that you've sent this way, and so and I tell you what, the March 2nd show, we'll have the tickets. I said we'll have hopefully the World Bowl Super Series of Comedy finalized then, and if people are interested and they want to buy tickets.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be Sunday, May 1st. We're going to do a Sunday afternoon show for May Day featuring 4 or 5 heavy hitters, not just headliners, but heavy hitters, guys that fit the description that we mentioned earlier, seasoned road warriors that have tight polished sets. And we're all going to be only doing maybe 20 minutes. So, some of these performers, these guys that can get on stage and crush it for 60 minutes. Imagine that condensed all the way down in just a 20-minute set, one right after the other. We're going to blow the doors off the place, man. Guaranteed.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. And, like I said, I could have sold probably half the tickets last night. And it's like, no, March 2nd, I said, but you don't want to, you want to make sure you're here March 2nd to be able to get tickets. And so
that's right.
Create a little bit of that, hey, you don't want to miss it, or, you're going to miss out and stuff. So yeah, I think it'll be a cool, sold out show.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time. Say hi to Randy for me. This was so much fun, Tim.
Yep, thank you, buddy. Thanks again for providing the great talent and, for all over the place. And I know Billy Ray's going to be up in Wausau 2 nights,
Yep.
in 2 nights, and tomorrow night, and then he's going to be at Chippewa Falls on Saturday. So if you're around Wausau or Chippewa Falls the next 2 nights, make sure you go see Billy Ray Bauer, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Tim.
See you, buddy.
Have a good one.
Yep.
We'll talk soon. Tim Pogorowski, everybody, owner, operator with his very lovely wife, Randy, over at Boxcars Pub and Grub in Clinton, Wisconsin. This is Jeremy Dog Danley saying thanks for watching again. Another edition of the High Noon Report. God bless America.